Hello everyone and welcome to Total War Through the Ages. In this episode, we are going to be fighting another siege. It's going to be a bit shorter than some of the more recent episodes. It's only going to be about 10 minutes long, as where the last ones have been, quite a bit over 10 minutes. But, again, that's just because the flow of the episode, it worked well to end it where I did. So, as you see here, we have our big army of super elite, awesome urban cohorts is now making its way to down to actually start attacking at the Brudii settlements. We're now being able to land this army here as well. We're actually going to be able to capture this settlement, and we now have a foothold over on, I guess this is part of sort of Macedon, I believe is sort of who controls that in the early part of the campaign. And here we also have our fleet, which has another army that we're going to be landing to start conquering Sicily from the Scipii. So, and once again, we're going to actually be able to... No, actually, okay, I screwed up there. I had wanted that army to be able to attack and capture the city right off the bat, but unfortunately, I didn't land them close enough to the city, so they didn't have enough movement to do that. I'm not sure if I would have been able to, but I tried. So here, as you can see, I recruit a hoplite, as well as a couple of the javelin throwers, or skirmishers as well, just to kind of bolster the forces in case we get attacked by the Scipii's army. We are sending the fleet down through Iberia. We're capturing the settlement from the Brudii, and you also might have seen very briefly I trained a ship at one of our British Isles settlements, and I'm sending it up. That's because I was sending it up to scout Ireland, because I kind of came under the realization that Ireland probably has a settlement there, so we kind of sent that up as a scout. Now, for this battle, which is going to be taking up the rest of this episode. Yes, that is right. This one siege battle is the rest of the episode. So, yeah. So this battle was probably the most fun siege battle I've had the entire campaign. So last episode, or not last episode, I believe it was the episode before that, I sort of had like, you know, the title of the episode was like, is this the best siege ever or whatever, and it was kind of like, because it's like, that was a really fun siege, and it was actually, I believe, at this same, it was actually even at this same settlement. So this one is kind of a really good follow-up to that. I cannot stress how fun this siege was, and you will see why in a while. So I kind of wanted to showcase my deployment, because that's something I haven't done as well more recently, is kind of showing how I deploy my stuff. So the main thing is I kept a lot of the early legionaries on the ground, because I didn't know exactly where I was going to need them, and then I had the normal legionaries on the rest of the places. So I could have actually had the early legionaries off farther to the, I believe it's the western wall, because right now we're covering the southern wall. Again, using the same thing, top of the mini-map is north, and then east, south, and west, and so that's how we are using directions. As you saw there, I'm moving my cavalry outside of the gates to try and go after the enemy's artillery. Now, I want to do this because, yeah, they have artillery, and I'd rather them not be able to destroy my walls, because it'll be a lot harder to defend against their forces if they're able to make a couple of breaches in the walls. So, again, I'd just rather them not do that, and that's kind of the idea of sending our cavalry out. Unfortunately, my cavalry is unable to take out their artillery. Now, my two general units are actually able to take out a couple of their weak units here, just kind of pretty much wipe them out entirely, but our cavalry in the back, as you see, has already routed, and that is a little unfortunate. They got caught out. The AI does a decent job of covering their artillery, which is a little unfortunate. Now, my generals do get back in safely. I'm able to get back in before I have any before any of them catch me out, so their cavalry isn't able to catch me, really. Now, as you saw there, I'm sending the early legionaries over to the western wall, because I should have deployed them there to begin with. I hadn't, but I am able to send them. I send them there now because, of course, they have a battering ram that's going to be approaching that gate. And at that point, that's pretty much it for a while, actually. They have their catapult attacking the wall, so I go ahead and get these two units off, because I don't want them to get hurt or injured or anything. I don't want them to take casualties from the wall collapsing, so we're going to just kind of pull them off the wall to protect them against that. And over here we have our archers, who I was hoping would burn down that siege tower. Unfortunately, they are unable to, which really sucks. And Meanwhile, on the western wall, they already have units over here or they already have a ram at the gate, so time for our early legionaries to double time it into position so that we can fight them off. Now, as you saw, the gate is already breached, and our units aren't quite in position, but we are going to be able to just barely get them in position as their units start to attack. And we're also sending our second general over as well. This is mainly again because I wanted a cavalry unit, and I'm down to just my generals being my only effective cavalry. The rest of the my one cavalry that the one unit of cavalry is at our town center because it's already really badly damaged and I don't want to lose them. And then the other unit of cavalry was the one we sent out and got caught out while trying to go for the enemy artillery. So it got pretty badly damaged, so we also sent it to the town square. Now our general charges in here, gets a nice flank charge off. We then send our third unit of legionaries in and pull early legionaries and pull our general back out, and the stone walls were destroyed there, as you saw. Now, of course, we're gonna have to worry about the breach, which is gonna kind of suck because that means because the problem with breaches is that even if they batter down the gate, our gatehouse, so long as our gatehouse is intact, it still pours the stuff and can inflict a lot of bad casualties. So that was kind of the main bad part. And at this point, I was a little bit concerned because I wasn't sure if their catapult was firing at our unit or at the wall behind them. So just to be safe, I decided to, here in a moment, I moved them. But yeah, the catapult is actually, of course, firing at the wall and not at my unit. So they're going to be trying to make a second breach in the wall right there. I'm not sure why, because that's still kind of like the AI that's a bad place to make a second breach. They should have made a breach completely somewhere else, but I don't know. One unit of early legionaries routes over here, but our general comes in and we're able to break the rest of the guys, and we actually chase them out a bit with our general, and of course we keep the early legionaries back into this place. And here momentarily you are going to witness the complete and utter breaking of the AI. So as you saw, as I'm sure you are aware from the title of this video, I broke the AI, and I don't even know how exactly, but I completely broke the AI. Not quite yet. It isn't quite yet. I'm jumping the gun a bit, but pretty much after we finish off this this attack on the breach, the AI just gets completely broken. And I don't know why, but this kind of happened last siege, where the AI didn't try and do anything with its army, like even though it still had units that could have potentially attacked in the previous siege. But again, I don't know why it is, but this really breaks the AI breaks during sieges a lot. I've noticed in Rome, like if you, for example, if you sally out to attack them, that will kind of screw them up. They also, I don't know, because usually, what I was expecting is, okay, once their catapult runs out of ammunition, I'm going to be able to, what I mean is, as soon as the catapult runs out of ammunition, they'll launch an assault with the rest of their army. But they don't. They just sit there, and I had it sped up, as you can see. A couple cuts through here. Eventually, I'm like, okay, man, this is getting ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, they never use the siege tower over there, so I pulled all my units down because it's like, okay, I don't think they're going to attack that part of the wall. Maybe they'll attack the breach instead, so I just go ahead and set up for that because the siege tower hasn't moved this entire battle. And after a while, but yeah, as you can see here, after a while, I get this set up because, I was preparing, and but it's like, yeah, I set up after a while, and it's like they don't ever attack. They have a full army out there. They have a breach in the wall. They have a battering ram at the ready. They have a siege tower ready. They have several sets of ladders, but they never do anything. I don't know. I broke the AI. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what I did to do this. Maybe someone who's more experienced can tell me what were the series of events that led to the AI just completely breaking and stop functioning properly, because that's exactly what happened. The AI is not functioning properly. It's completely stopped at all any proper functioning at all, and it's just, I don't know. It's so weird. I don't understand. But as you saw there, I get my general, my second general, and the 2 units of early legionaries out, and after a while, I'm like, you know what? It's a long ways. We're a long ways off from the time running out, so screw this. We're going to attack them because I want to just destroy their army. So as you see here, I am now pulling out my forces and getting them compiled. And enemy generals running by. We do quite a bit of damage with that volley of Pila there, which is pretty nice. Is it Pila or Pilam? I keep forgetting. Either way, our javelins do a lot of damage to the general's units on that first volley. Second volley, not so much. So we have our own general countercharge here and chase him down. because of course we don't want their general escaping. And also, the main reason I attacked is because it's like they have this big army out here, and I don't want this army to just turn around and besiege me again. So it's like I want to take out as many of their general, or I should say, as much of their army as I can. Because again, I don't want them to get away and be either able to attack this place or attack another place. So it's like I want to be able to finish them off. So that was kind of the main reason I attacked, because I could have just like sped it up really fast and just kind of like walked away from the computer, because I was very confident the AI wouldn't do anything. So I could have just pretty much walked away, but enemy general's dead. So yeah, but I didn't. I wanted to finish them off. I wanted to actually like take out their army. So as you see, I just get my army in position. I have my Hastati up front to basically, I'm using my Hastati as meat shields, because at this point I cannot actually retrain Hastati. So they're pretty much just kind of dead weight in my army, but I don't want to just disband them, because these units were fairly, they had a decent amount of experience and upgrades, and I also didn't want to just throw them away, disband them, because they actually, you know, had enough guys to be useful. So I effectively used them like skirmishers, where I basically just send them up front and get them, again, like I said, I use them as meat shields pretty much. So I kind of use them to skirmish with the enemy units, get the enemy units tired out a bit, wear them down. And then the rest of my units just kind of sit back and watch the fighting for a while my Hastatis get involved. I get my Hastati get in here for the flank charges. And again, I don't know why, but like the AI army, they didn't do anything. Like I'm fighting like a quarter or a third of their army here, and the rest of their guys are just sitting back there not doing anything. I don't know. It's like I completely broke the AI, and I don't even know how or what I did. I mean, if I knew how, I would do it again, because this like was really effective. This is a really effective way to win a siege. Just break the AI so that they don't ever attack you. I mean, that's pretty overpowered right there. But again, I don't know how. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I did it. And I have no idea. But yeah, the AI completely just bugged out and didn't want to do anything. And they kind of did this last siege, but not to this extent. So yeah, this is definitely like the first time I've really seen this, where the AI just sits back not doing anything. It's like they're, I don't know. It's just I broke the AI. I'm still kind of like going back and watching this video now. You know, obviously I was experiencing this when I played it, but like going back and watching the footage now, it's like, man, it's mind-boggling to me. I don't know why, or I mean, like, I don't know. It's just like I don't have words for it. Again, like the AI is just completely broken. So yeah, it's pretty fun though. I mean, it was fun getting to break the AI and destroy them, but I don't know. I'm still very curious. So yeah, again, if anyone knows what caused this, or like what are potential causes for this kind of like, where the AI basically freaks out and bugs out and doesn't know what to do, please let me know in the comments below if you have any ideas of what might cause this, or what could be a potential cause for this. Because again, I'm very curious to know. Because again, it's so bizarre. I've never really seen this happen before in Rome Total War. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever seen this happen in any other Total War game. Yeah, I don't recall this ever happening in a Total War game before. So that again, that's very bizarre. And again, Rome Total War is the oldest, or not the oldest, it's the oldest Total War game that I've ever played. So it is so of course it is kind of to be expected that the AI is potentially not going to be as good because it's older. But again, I'm just very curious. So if anyone knows, please let me know in the comments below if you know why or what causes this sort of AI just bugging out and breaking. But because again, I mean, I'm not complaining really. I mean, it was actually a pretty fun battle, because I was basically able to come out and massacre their army. So I mean, that's always fun. But at the same time, it was kind of a little bit weird, just because sieges are actually quite a bit of fun to defend on. They're not. I don't have as much fun attacking, but we'll also be covering that in some future episodes as to why I don't think being the assaulting force in sieges, at least in Rome, are as interesting. So at this point, we are coming to the end of this battle. As you can probably guess, the enemy's army is pretty much completely wiped out. We have a few units left here that we are finishing off. And otherwise, that is all. Like I said earlier, the entire video is basically just this one battle. So, yeah, again, I have no idea what was up with this. This was a really weird circumstances, I guess. I'm assuming it has something to do with kind of a combination of my sending my cavalry out to try and go for their artillery. I think that kind of screwed the AI up initially. But again, overall, I really don't know. But that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to check back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday for more Total War Through the Ages. And as always, till next time.